Hello, my friends. I feel like it's been forever since I have come on live. I am driving, so I'm not going to be looking at you, but I just felt really inspired today to share this message with everybody because I have had 4 coaching sessions this week that all had a really similar theme, that were really, really powerful, and they all had to do with income goals. I had one client who had an income goal of 100K this year. I had one who has an income goal of 25K per month, another one at 10K per month. And what I asked each of them to do was to let go of their logical goals of what they felt what they could do was possible, and just to close their eyes and just receive a number, whatever number that it was, even if they didn't know how it was going to work, how it was going to happen, what the timeline was, what the strategy was. I just asked them to close their eyes and to take a deep breath and just to sit and to get quiet and to see what number came up for them. And then from there, I had them stand up, and this is something I do in breakthrough sessions and coaching sessions, and use their bodies to step into different levels. And so when they stepped into their logical goal, they were like, it feels good, it feels calm, I can pay off debt, but they're still thinking about paying off their debt, right? And there wasn't a lot of excitement. And then when I had them take a step back and then step into their heart goal, right? Could be 100K per month, or 500,000 came up for one person, 300,000 came up for another person. And when they did that, it was similar, but the energy was different. The shift was different. It went from, I can pay off debt, to I can go on vacation. I can take my family on vacation. I can have impact. I can help people, right? And there was this excitement and this energy that was different than their logical goal of what they thought was possible that they could do with themselves. And they could feel it physically in their body. And here's the thing, I think and this happened to me too, like we sometimes can get so stuck on what we feel is possible or what we think we can do on our own, and we stop allowing ourselves to dream. And so the interesting thing that happened for many of them is it went from just relief to freedom. And the power of that is different. The energy of that is different. And one of my clients even said, the smaller goal, the logical goal, felt like restriction, felt like tightness, felt hard, felt like they had to do it on their own. And if they didn't reach that goal, then they would have, they were afraid that they would be disappointed that they didn't reach the goal. But if they went after, their big goal, 300,000, million, whatever it was for them, that it suddenly took that fear away, because it was like, okay, well, if I don't hit 1 million this year, but I only hit my 100,000, like I'm okay with that, right? That feels good. There's this freedom in that feels amazing, that allows you to dream bigger. And it's not about the money. It's not about the number. It's about what the number will do, how it feels in your body, physically, mentally, emotionally. And from there, that's a different motivation. It's a different drive. And I felt this myself. For as long as I started my business, my goal was 10K months. And I went through a program with Misty Springer. Shout out to Misty Springer. And she had us do this similar exercise where we closed our eyes and we just got really quiet with what is our desire. And my desire was 10K months, and it felt restrictive and it felt hard. And then I finally made this shift, because one of my fears was if I made too much money, I wasn't going to need God in my life anymore. Because when I have no money, like that's when I lean into my relationship with God. And so that was a real fear for me. And I finally was like, okay, God, like, what do you want for me? Like I've had this 10K goal for 5 years, 7 years. And I haven't hit it, and I'm working my ass off and I haven't gotten there. So maybe I'm not supposed to have that amount of money. Like maybe I'm not responsible enough, right? Like all of these things that go through your brain. And so finally I was like, all right, God, like what do you say What do you want for me? And the number that came up was 100K per month. And it was this instant freedom, this instant relief. Hi, Pam. Hi, Meg. Because it took the pressure off of me. And I went, okay. If that's possible, I'm going to believe it. I'm going to receive it. I'm going to visualize it. I'm going to imagine it. I'm going to feel it. And what am I going to be thinking and believing from that state? That's a different energy. It becomes an internal motivation versus an external motivation. It becomes freedom instead of just relief. It becomes alignment and fulfillment instead of just survival. It becomes thriving. And it's a different level. And I've walked so many people through this in the last several months. And it's amazing to see the shift that happens within them. But we get so stuck on the logical SMART goals, right? Of like, okay, if I want to make 100K this month, I have to do X, Y, Z to get there. And that's fine. Like, we need those things. But when we're going after a goal that just feels like relief, like, oh, it'll just help me pay off debt, that's not fun. That was my goal. Like, oh, we'd be debt free and that would feel good. But in my brain, subconsciously, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to make that money and it's just going to go pay off debt. Like, I'm not even going to enjoy it, right? And so shifting to that, like, what feels right to me? Not what my goal is, but what feels good to you? What is the number or the vision that you have for your life that's going to excite you, that's going to make you want to go after it, that's going to give you that freedom, not just relief. And so I just had to share that because it was 4 different clients, and then amongst a group, I did the similar exercise, and a lot of them expanded their goal. And when you have a bigger belief, that allows other people to have a bigger belief. And for me, and for a lot of the clients that I talked to, the smaller goal was about them, what it could provide for them. And there's nothing wrong with that, but a logical goal, that's about impact, right? That's about helping people. And that's what they said. I could help people. I could have impact. I could impact the kingdom or whatever it is for you. It's a different level, and it takes the focus off of you. It takes the pressure off of you. And it's from joy and excitement and passion, and that's a totally different level. So this morning I had this idea to add a segment to my Success Without Sacrifice YouTube show. I haven't been super consistent on there. I've been wanting to do interviews, but again, it was like this thing that I felt like I should do, not something that I felt internally motivated to do. And after just seeing the energy shift in people after doing these breakthrough calls, I thought it would be really cool to do a segment called Millionaires in the Making, where I interview, whether that's people that have succeeded or exceeded $1 million, they're at $1 million, they're less than 100K, they're on their way there, they're building their business, and pulling back the curtain on the things that they've done, the struggles they've had, the shifts they've made, what they would and wouldn't do, what they learned, and pulling the curtain back on all of that. Because I've been in business, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years, I've been in business for 10 years, and I've had so many changes and shifts and things that I've learned that I personally want to share, but I also want to interview other people. So if that sounds like something that you would love to watch, give me a hand raise in the comments. If you could ask somebody that's at, let's just say $1 million or whatever your income goal is, whether that's 100 or 300K or 500K, what is one question you would want to ask them? What do you want to know? Drop it in the comments and I will build that into the interview questions. So stay tuned for Millionaires in the Making.